Hello, and thank you for your interest in KoolCollar. We came up with the KoolCollar because we lost 2 dogs to heat stroke. By losing the dogs, we got to thinking and we understood that dogs are air-cooled. They don't sweat. They cool themselves off through heat transfer through their mouth by panning, and that's not very efficient. So what we're doing is basically creating artificial sweat on a dog. You take the KoolCollar and you fill it with ice. There's a Velcro enclosure on one end, and as you can see, the ice melts, drips, and runs down the front of the dog over their chest. The chest of the dog is the most vascular area of the dog. It's got the large muscle groups, heart and the lungs, vertebral arteries in the back, carotid arteries in the front. It's the most efficient way to cool a dog is over this area with evaporative cooling. Now, when you're inside the house and you don't want a wet dog dripping all over the place or maybe you're in the car, truck, or RV, use our freezer tubes. They're non-toxic, non-staining, so if the dog bites it or if, by chance it leaks, no problem, it's good to go. We designed the KoolCollar to work on the concept of perpetual cooling. When you're outside, obviously, you just keep filling it with ice. When the ice melts, you fill it back up. You can use ice out of a drink cooler, ice out of a freezer, any place you can get ice, it'll work great inside the collar. Now, to achieve perpetual cooling using our freezer tubes, you use the one freezer tube that came with the collar, and you use 3 more that come in our refill pack. You freeze all 4 of the freezer tubes and you pull them out of the freezer one at a time and you cycle them through the collar. So when the first freezer tube thaws out, you put it back in the freezer and you grab the second one, which is frozen. By the time you get back around to the first one, it's frozen again, hence the perpetual cooling.